Well, good morning, First Church and all. Ray McDonald here. I've got a devotion, and this devotion was written by our administrative board chair, Richard Reynnells, and he didn't have the way to record it, so he asked me to record it for him. We turn to God in time of need, such as now during the pandemic. Even agnostics may try as if God is a good luck charm. Real atheists have too much pseudo-intelligence and pride to do so. But we must first know that God exists and is with us to turn to God. We must prove to ourselves this is true. As part of this knowledge, we must know God created us. But we must also know He created everything on the earth and our solar system and the galaxies in the universe. Do we ever remember that and reflect upon it, His great creation? Or do we just ask for stuff? The details of the range of creation is beyond our comprehension and even our ability to imagine. I often say it's above our pay grade. From the minuscule components within each cell of our bodies and their interactions, and similarly everything in nature, to the great gas and solid planetary giants in our solar system and universe. God is the creator. I have great difficulty even beginning to understand all we know through the centuries of observations and experiments. And God simply did it. Yet, we talk to our Creator informally or formally through prayers of various types and asked for many things, like relief from this pandemic. Do we expect relief, or do we just pretend we do? Some people say God visited this upon us because He is not pleased with us, and yet that is another topic for another discussion. God is the creator of all, yet we reduce Him to something our minds can manage, more or less within the limits of our daily lives. And when it is convenient, we all do this to a varying degree. Certainly, God is turned to in time of need. But God must be more than a good luck charm, someone we turn to when there's trouble, our get out of trouble option. If someone is able to search the scriptures for God's expectations of us and then comply with them, I believe that person is the exception. So in this time of trouble in the world, in our country, and in our church, and in our lives, let us move past our past and create a new commitment to God. Ask for forgiveness from previous sins and errors, and strength to live as God intends. Ask that the burden of the pandemic be lifted, the conflict within the church, the United Methodist Church, be removed by reconciling ourselves to God and not expecting God to approve of our deeds that we readily justify, and for our country and even world to do likewise. Ask for protection for our country from all who would destroy us and our ability to worship God to the best of our ability. Satan seeks to destroy. We must resist and follow God's truth, not our preferences or desires. May God bless you and keep you and make His face to shine upon you is our prayer today. Thank you, Richard, for this devotional.